Here's the thing. If you want to get out of whatever you're doing, you have to take action into creating something new. If you're not ever going to take action, then you're going to be stuck doing whatever you're doing forever. One of the biggest mistakes I made early on in practice was to foreshadow or pretend that I could determine if somebody had the money to pay for my services. That's a big mistake. And it is not your job, it's not your responsibility to determine if so-and-so can pay for your services. That is their job. All right? I caught myself saying these things a lot early on in practice, and I want you guys to stop it. So in Utah, we have this culture of, lots of kids and living off of one income. So money's tight in a lot of homes. Now, that was my story. That's what I believed. So was that the kind of person I attracted? You better believe it. Because if I believe something, I'm going to attract that to become reality. And I would often say to myself, or even to Kelly too, because she was been with me since the beginning, people here just don't have the money for these services. I don't have the right to say that. I don't have the right to determine that. It is my job to offer my expertise. It is my job to offer help to these individuals. It's their job to determine if it's worth it to them or not. I want to take you back to a conversation I had with a colleague at one of the in-person events I was at. And she was explaining to me how she wants to quit her job. She works as a professor and she's tired of it. I said, okay, what are you doing to take action to leave your job? Well, I have this course and I've done the course for free. I even thought about charging $50 to it, but everybody who would join, they're from church and they don't have $50 to even join this course. That's not your decision to make. That's their decision. So oftentimes when we go to price our programs, when we go to price our expertises and our services, we have that in mind. We're trying to determine what somebody can afford. That's not our job. It's not your job. It's not my job. What is your job is to determine what are you willing to take in exchange for your energy? What are you willing to take in the form of money energy in exchange for the energy you're going to put forth in such and such a program? So after continuing to talk about this in this conversation, I learned about her program, her course that she was running. It was around, I think she said like 6 or 8 weeks. I can't remember all the details right now, but I can remember what we turned it into. And it was something where she went live and then she wanted to do an automated thing and just really didn't dare charge any money for it. So because she didn't want to charge any money for it, she had no desire to run the program. She tried it one time and really hasn't done it since. But here's the thing. If you want to get out of whatever you're doing, you have to take action into creating something new. If you're not ever going to take action, then you're going to be stuck doing whatever you're doing forever. There are 2 different types of people who join my 90-day Functional Bloodwork Specialist Program. The first type of person is somebody who is not afraid to take action. They're going to take action because they know that taking action is going to lead them into this lifestyle that they want. Those who don't take action are the other type of people where they think they have to know it all first and then take the action. Well, I got news for you guys. Nobody knows it all first. I take messy action all the time. I would rather take messy action than wait and spend time I'm never going to get back, ever in my lifetime. It comes and goes. So time is of the essence. Time is precious. So when you're going to create something or a program or whatever it is that you want to do, make sure you actually want to do it. The sales process is a million times easier when you want to do something. So for her and I, we reworked this program of hers. We made it 6 weeks. So there's a dead timeline. I'm having her go live on a Zoom call like once a week. Now, she does work her 9-to-5 job, so her timeline is limited. And I said, okay, what do you need to make to overcome your salary you're making right now? And it was like $4,500 a month. Okay, let's do the math here. Let's run this 6-week program. Let's make it, maybe a good time price tag for this would maybe something like $447. So say you're going to do this for $447, your profit margin is going to be around $400 because of the credit card processing fee and hosting, a platform like Thinkific, Kajabi, something like that, in which you can run all of your platform and all of your businesses. In fact, I run all of my business, all of my programs, both for practitioners and patients, inside Thinkific. It's a program I learned at the beginning, so I've just stuck with it, even though I've looked at all of them. I already know it. So to me, it's easy and it's quick, and that's what I want. So we walked through how to create this 6-week program where it's going to be Zoom calls, what she's going to teach on them, the price tag. And I said, okay, now it is not your job to determine who can pay $500 for it. That's their job. All you have to do is throw it out there and invite people to come join you. Is it going to change somebody's life to come join you on this? Yes. Well, then you have a responsibility to create it and send it out to the world. 4,000 divided by 400 is 10. Can you get 10 people a month into this? That will replace your full-time income. And that's for one Zoom call a week. So whatever you're thinking, whatever your holdup is, why is it holding you up? It's simple math. I would much rather put myself out on social media a couple times a week than have to go to a 9-to-5 job in which I'm stuck at, making $80,000, $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 a year. You can do that in a month, running your own business. You just have to be brave enough to pull the trigger and take some risks. You have to be brave enough to put yourself out there and say, you know what? I have knowledge. I have expertise. And if I don't share that, I'm doing the world a disservice. So my husband goes to a chiropractor because I don't adjust, right? He goes to a chiropractor and he comes home the other day and he's like, hey, Alan was telling me that he gets all your emails. You must send a lot of emails out. You must have like some fancy marketing platform. So what do you mean? He thinks I send a lot of emails out? And he's like, yeah, he thinks you send a lot of emails out. I don't. I think Grant Cardone sends a lot of emails out. When I get 3 to 5 emails a day from him and his team, and I send out 3 to 5 emails a week to my people. But I'm okay with that because I have the knowledge, I have the expertise to change people's lives, to change what they're doing in their business and how they're helping patients and give them more freedom of their time, more freedom of their finances, more freedom of location. I have proven systems that work, not only for me, but for everybody else who's walked through those systems and actually taken action on them. Because I can tell people what to do all day long, but unless you actually do the dang thing, nothing's going to change. I do the dang thing. I do it all the time, even though my introvert me would never have ever thought I'd be hosting Zoom calls with 250 people on them, or would be planning in-person events in 2024. But now it's fun. I'm over that fear. I'm over that. Nothing's going to stop me now. I've faced that fear of failure. I've walked past it. I survived. All right. Nothing's going to stop me. So don't make the mistake of thinking you know what somebody can pay for. You create a program. You create a service. You create results with your programs and services. You better tell the world. You have a responsibility to tell the world what you're doing. You can change their life. The price tag that goes on that is dependent upon what you feel like your expenditure of energy and results are worth. Do not sit down and create the price tag of anything you're doing based upon what you think somebody will pay. That is your opinion. I guarantee you, Mark Zuckerberg doesn't give a crap about that. Nor does Tesla dude. Can't think of his name. They create something and then they say, okay, here's what it's worth. Whoever wants it, come get it. That's where we have run into our problems, especially as practitioners who are told we have to help and serve everybody. We have to do Medicaid and Medicare and take insurance. Bull crap. No, we don't. You do not need to live a life of exhaustion. You do not need to live a life of burnout. You do not need to live looking forward to the weekends because now you're not having to work. And once you realize that, now you're brave enough to go forth and take action. Knowing that at some point, that action is going to turn into results. It might not be on our timeline. In fact, it's never on our timeline. But it's going to be incredible. And you will forever be grateful that you took the step. You took the second step. You took the 25th step. You took the 99th step. And you kept moving forward. You kept doing the things because you believe in you. Let me give you another example. So another practitioner, another colleague of ours, met, I think she just did our 90-day program. I don't know if I've met her in person yet. We will. She works for somebody else and doesn't like what she's doing. That's the key, is like, if you don't like what you're doing, then take action to change it. The virtual world, there are so many ways to bring money in now. It's insane. Think about like the 2008 crash versus the current, quote, recession we're in. There's so much money out there. There are so many ways to bring in money now that I don't think we're ever going to have a 2008 crash again. There's too many people who have money. There's too many ways to create money and bring money to you. You just have to go see it and then go do the stuff. So she, again, it's around that price tag of $4,500. That seems to be the price tag of what a lot of people are making in their 9-to-5s, between that $80,000, $100,000 range, maybe even 70. So let's even say it's higher. Let's say it's $7,000 a month you're bringing in, and you need to replace it so that way you can get out of your current situation. All right. So say you host a 90-day program, and that program is DIY or group, either one. They're my favorite programs to run. This is why I'm giving you this example. Say you're going to charge $3,500 for it, and that's going to include a bunch of things, but your cost, not a bunch of things, it includes hardly anything because simplicity is key. Your cost is around $1,000 in supplements because you're going to include the supplements. Okay, so you profited $2,500. Every single time you sell one of these things, you profit $2,500. You need 3 of them a month to replace your current income at $7,000 a month. That's it. Do you think you could do that? What if I were to give you the exact tools to do that and create the programs and the knowledge to go virtual, the confidence to ask what you're worth? That's priceless. And again, as I always like to say, if I can, so can you. But don't make that mistake I made over and over and over and over again. It is not my job or your job to determine if somebody on the other end can pay for this. You offer it to them. and you let them decide. See you next time.